So we got this situation. Integration of the form integration of sine power m x cos to the power nx. So you will have combination of sine and cos. Okay. In the numerator, power can be anything. Okay. So now look at the situations. So suppose that we have this situation. M is an odd number. Okay, so sine is having power as an odd number. So what you have to do, you have to take z as cos x. So if this is odd, you have to take cos x as z. Okay, now if n is odd, so you will be taking z as sine. Okay, so if this m is odd, you will take cos as z. If n is odd, you will take sine as z. Okay, so this depends upon odd. Now suppose that m and n both are even number. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to convert higher power into higher angle. Okay, means suppose that sine to the power 4, sine to the power 4x, cos to the power 6x. Okay, so you know that sine and cos, we have one formula which is sine 2x. You can apply that thing. So you have to convert higher power into higher angles, either sine 2 theta or cos 2 theta. We will have some other case as well, means maybe something by something, maybe negative. Okay, so in those cases I'll consider it as otherwise z as 10x. Okay, so this you have to memorize. So if m is an odd number, you will take z as cos theta. If n is an odd number, you will take z as sin theta. If both numbers are even, you will convert higher power into higher angle. Means if the power of sine is bigger, so you will convert it into sin 2 theta, sin 4 theta, sin 8 theta. If cos to the power is having greater and greater, then you will be converting it into cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta, ऐसा means cos 2 theta, cos 4 theta. And otherwise you will take z as tan theta. Your things will be done. Okay, now let's apply this concept into some questions. So look at the question. Sine and cos are together and power is having 5 and 4. So you can clearly observe that here sine to the power is odd. So what we will take? We will take z as cos. Okay, so we will take cos theta as z. Now do the differentiation, dz by dx. Differentiation of cos x is sin x, that too in minus. Now look at the beauty. So I will be writing this thing as sin power 4x cos power 4x sin x and then dx. Don't you think this will be taken over by dz or minus of dz? Okay, so look at how I will approach. I will convert remaining thing into cos. So the idea is, can I write sine to the power 4 as cos? Yes, I can write 1 minus cos square. First I will write sine square to the power square, and then sine square will be written as 1 minus cos square. Okay, so it is cos power 4x sin x dx. Okay, now apply the, let's do, for time being, just open the bracket. So 1 plus cos power 4x minus 2 cos square x, and then we have cos power 4x sin x dx. Now apply the replacements. Okay, so minus of this thing will become dz, minus dz. Okay, now we have 1 plus z power 4 minus 2z square into z power 4. Now let's send them into the bracket. So the minus thing will become plus. So 2z power 6 minus z power 8 minus z power 4, and then we have dz. Now let's do the integration. So you know that x power 6 is what? X power 7 by 7. So 2 z power 7 by 7, and then z power 9 by 9 minus z power 5 by 5 plus integration constant c. Now you know that they have given you question in terms of x, not z, so you have to replace your z. So who is z? Cos x. So apply the replacement. So cos power 7x by 7, cos power 9x by 9, cos power 5x by 5 plus integration constant c. Okay, so this is your answer for the given question. Okay, I hope you got the approach, and hopefully you can apply when it is required. Okay, now look at the next question. So look at this idea. Here we have studied that if sine will take power odd, I will consider cos as z. If cos will take power odd, I will take sine as z, but it is not falling in case number 1 and case number 2. And we have studied that if both are having even power in case 3, we will be converting higher power into higher angle. It is not falling in uh, the third session as well, but they have told us that otherwise you have to consider as 10. Okay, so look at the point, and you know that if you will consider 10, you will take z as 10 only. So for 10, how we will manage things? So if 10 is required, you know that you will be taking 10x. This time they have used z, so I will be using x. Okay, so who is x? 10z is x. Okay, now we will differentiate with respect to z. So dx by dz will become what? Sec square z. If you are not comfortable with z, just replace this with x, and later you can change the variable x with z. Okay, now you know that you will be taking z as 10, so you have to create 10. So how will you create 10? Look at the idea. So 2 by 3 z cos minus 8 by 3 z. Can I multiply and divide by cos? Cos 2 by 3 z cos 2 by 3 z dz. My point is, you know that sine can become z. Okay, so I have taken help of that part. So look at the idea. So this two thing will get clubbed and will produce 10 power 2 by 3 z. Now look at this. The base is same, the power will be added. So it will become what? Base is same. So minus 8 minus 2 will become minus 6. So cos power minus 6 by 3z, and don't you think this 6 by 3 will become what? 2. So minus 2. So let's break this thing. So tan 2 by 3 z, we will have cos square z dz, correct? Now this cos square will become what? Sec square, exactly. So tan 2 by 3 z sec square z dz. Now we will apply the replacements. Okay, so who is sec square z into dz? You will take help of this idea. You will know that it is x only, dx only, and then you have to replace tan as well. So it is x power 2 by 3 dx. Now do the integration. X power 2 by 3 plus 1 upon 2 by 3 plus 1 plus integration constant c. So it is 5 by 3. So it is 3 by 5, and then x. You know that the answer should be in z because the question was in z. Okay. So who was z? 10. है ना? So 10 to the power 5 by 3 plus integration constant c. So this is the value of integrand. Okay, I hope now you can solve this question. Okay, now let's move on to the next illustration. So you know that if sine and cos are together, we used to think about the power of sine, cos, and similar like that. So if sine to the power odd is there, we will take cos as z. If cos will take power is odd, I will be taking sine as z. And if both are having even power, we used to convert greater power into greater angle. Correct na? So who is having greater power? Sine. So we will convert sine into greater angle. You got my idea? So look at this. So can I write sine power 2x cos power 2x sine power 2x dx? Okay. Now you know that sine and cos are together in sine 2 theta formula. So what was that sine 2x? It was 2 sin x and cos x. You know that sine and cos are together and they are twice. So we need 4. So what we will do? We will multiply and divide by 4. So we will be left with sine square 2x sine square x dx. Correct? Now if you'll observe, you have manipulated the angle. Although trigonometric ratio is same, but angle is being manipulated. So now you have to break down this sine square as well. So you know that you have to convert greater power to greater angle. So you have to convert this as well into greater angle. So do you remember, can we convert sine square x into sine 2x? We have to apply cos 2 theta formula. So cos 2x is what? 1 minus 2 cos square x. Sorry, it was sine. It was 2 cos square x minus 1. So it is 2 sin square x. Okay. Now you know that you can extract this thing. So what I'll do, I'll multiply and divide by 2. But it is square. So we will multiply and divide by 4. So it is 16 now. Now sine power 4 2x sine power 2 ray. Okay. Now this is 2 sine square x. So 2, yes, it is sine square x only. So we have to multiply by 2 only. So it is 8. Okay. So now it will become 2 sine square x, and 2 sine square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x. है ना? Cos 2x dx. Okay. Now look at this. Now we can break down our question into two questions. sine square 2x minus 1 by 8 sine square 2x cos 2x dx. Correct? Now the idea is, we look, this is, so we have to break down into, we don't know the integration of sine square x. So what I'll do, I'll again multiply and divide by 2. So it will become 2 sine square x, and 2 sine square x I can write it as 1 minus cos 4x. Correct? This thing will become 1 minus cos 4x, and then we have dx minus 1 by 8. And look at this thing, you can take this thing as, like, sine is power having 2, cos is power having 1, so cos is having power odd. So if cos is taking power odd, I will be taking sine 2x as z. Now do the differentiation, dz by dx, we will have cos 2x into 2. Okay, now do the simplification part. So cos 2x dz will become, this thing again will become 2, and then z square है ना dz. Is that okay? Now who is your z? Your z was z cube by 3. Okay, let's manipulate. So 1 by 16, integration of 1 is what? X minus 1 by 16. Integration of cos 4x is what? Sine 4x by 4. Now integration of z square is what? 16 z cube by 3. Now you can replace your z with sine 2x. Okay, plus integration constant c. Okay, I hope the idea is clear and you guys can handle this situation as well. Okay, now look at this situation. So again, if you'll observe, you have sine and cos together. You may say that, sir, it is not sine and cos. So look at this. So sine power 4 by 3x and cos to the power 2 by 3x dx. Okay, so now look at this. If you'll observe this situation, sine and cos are together, you know that we can convert it into, means we will observe the power of sine. If it is odd, we will take cos as z. If cos is having power odd, we will be taking sine as z. And if both are, it is not falling in case number 1, case number 2, so it is not applicable. Now case number 3, in case number 3, if both is having power even, then we used to convert it into higher power into higher angles. Correct? We cannot do that here as well, so we will be taking otherwise case, z sine 10. Okay, so for this question we will be taking 10x as z. So do the differentiation, dz by dx equals sec square x. Now to convert it into 10, we have to divide by cos 4 by 3x multiply by cos 4 by 3x. So you can write this thing as, look at this, if you will club base same power add, so cos power 4 by, sorry, 6 by 3, so it is cos square. Cos square taken on the numerator will become sec square x dx, and the denominator will have 10 power 4 by 3x. Correct? Now the point is, you have taken denominator as z, so apply the replacements. So it is dz by z power 4 by 3. So can I write the question as z power minus 4 by 3 dz, and then do the integration. Z power minus 4 by 3 plus 1 minus 4 by 3 plus 1 plus integration constant c. Now you can write it as z power minus 1 by 3, and here also minus 1 by 3 plus integration constant c. So minus of 3 upon z power 1 by 3. So who is z? Z is 10x power 1 by 3 plus integration constant c. So this is the integration of given question. Okay, I hope if you will get question from this category, you guys can interpret. Okay.